Hi, here is Liplandian. This small jewel is the famous Chogokin GA01, aka Mazinger Z, produced by Poppy in the early 70s. Mazinger Z was a manga comic book created by Go Nagai in 1972. In the story, there was a great scientist, Yuzo Kabuto, who built this giant machine. His nephew, Koji Kabuto, was able to drive a small flying vehicle, the Hoverpilder, into the head of the giant robot itself, and from there he could control the whole giant machine to fight against the evil creatures of Dr. Hell. His name, Mazinger, comes from a Japanese word, Majin, that indicates some kind of a mystical creature, and it's the combination of two Japanese words, Ma, which is demon, and Jin, which is a divinity. So with the name Mazinger we can think of something extremely powerful that can be either good or bad, depending on who is driving it. In 1972 Mazinger Z became the first anime about a pilot-driven giant super robot. They were setting the basis and the standard for a new genre in animation. It was a huge success. And in the same year, Poppy was still a young toy company. They were still exploring the market of die-cast metal toys. So they decided trying to produce a small action figure made in die-cast metal based upon this new exciting character. And it was so that in 1972, near the Christmas period, right when the anime aired for the first time, Poppy came out with the first GA01, Mazinger Z, the first figure in the Chogokin toy line. And just like the anime was a milestone in the world of animation, well, this toy line was a milestone in the world of toys. And the name of the toy line itself, Chogokin, comes from the mythology of Mazinger. It was in fact the name of the fictional super strong metal alloy this giant robot was made out of. The first version of this toy had a couple of gimmicks to represent some of the weapons he could use in the anime. So, he could shoot fists. These were the rocket fists. And that's the reason why most of the old Japanese toys could shoot fists, even though in the first version these buttons were up here on the shoulders. And he could fire a couple of missiles out of the chest. This was the heat ray he had in the anime. Then in 1973 a second upgraded version came out. They removed the firing mechanism out of the chest, and they closed the holes for the missing mechanism with a sticker on the back. But they gave him an accessory, the Jet Scrambler, which was a red plastic rocket backpack, so now Mazinger Z could fly. Then in 1974 an upgrade on the second version came out, which is the one that I have in my hands. They removed the holes for the missing mechanism from the back, and they moved these buttons from the shoulders to the forearms. This one also should have his Jet Scrambler, but sadly we are missing it. He's a neat toy. He stands about 13 centimeters tall. He's very heavy because almost all of it is made in metal, except for the head and fists. We can move his arms up and down, we can move his legs forwards and backwards, and bend his knees. We can open this symbol on his chest to see some mechanisms inside. These mechanisms, as well as this silver, and on his arms and on his belly, are stickers. And also this black stripe in the middle of his chest is a sticker. There are some paint applications, some gold and blue on his face, and we can still see the Hoverpilder on his head. Really neat. We can, of course, still shoot his rocket fists. Pugni atomici! Well, there are still many things we could say about this toy, because it is actually a milestone in toy history. Ours is not perfect, sadly, but we are really happy with what we've got, because it's extremely rare and expensive. Now, we sincerely hope you liked this video, and if you did, please share it and subscribe. Ciao!